guys, I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com. You know, mid-range Android phones, that's where it's at. If you remember back to Motorola's event a few weeks ago at CTI in San Francisco, it was a bunch of mid-range Android phones announced, one of which was a Motorola Bravo, which is now available on AT&T. It's available for $129.99. You know, it's a pretty decent mid-range device, 800 megahertz processor, 3.7-inch display, Android 2.1 with MOTOBLUR, 3-megapixel camera, feels good in the hand, but the question is it a good Android option, and is it the best Android smartphone after the high-end Captivate? We'll find out in the review. Let's have a look at the camera on this device. It's a 3-megapixel camera without a flash, and overall in testing, you know, I was pleased in daylight shots, but when it came to the dark, obviously since there's no flash, picture quality wasn't the greatest in the world, but I was pretty impressed overall with, I'm taking a picture of the HD7 here as a test. I was pretty pleased overall with the quality for a mid-range Android device. You can see there's the picture. Go back to the camera roll. Have a look. And so picture quality, you know, I have a bunch of light shining down on this, but picture quality is pretty decent. You can make out HTC and T-Mobile pretty easily. And then when you go back, you can see, just by having a look, let's take another one. Yeah, there we go. So you can see, I mean, pretty clear picture for a 3-megapixel camera. Editing options, you can zoom in, capture the picture, obviously zoom out. But then if we want to go into editing, from there we can hit settings, go to the camcorder, you can tag it, or we can have a look here at picture resolution, video, review time, capture tone, and a couple of other features as well. And then to go into the gallery, we click here, and we can scroll through those two pictures of the HD7 we took, or we can go into menu and go to gallery here and bring it up that way. And scroll from left to right. So either from the camera or through the gallery app, you can do that. Now, a review wouldn't be complete, obviously, without a quadrant standard test, even if it is a mid-range device, and a speed test. So let's have a look here and run the full benchmark. You know, overall I've been pleased with the device. All quality's been good. The earpiece has been loud. Speakerphone's pretty decent. I was in a coffee shop and tested it a couple of days ago, and it's not the loudest in the world, but even with the machines running, I was able to hear what the other person was saying. Now, they reported a lot of noise, obviously, on their end, but I was pleased on my side. I took it to an AT&T dead zone in Northeast Charlotte, and the call kind of wavered, thought it was going to drop, couldn't hear what the other person was saying, very choppy, but it actually held the call throughout the entire time. So I was pretty pleased with call quality as well. So overall, you know, Motorola's always been strong in that department, and it doesn't change at all with the Bravo. Call quality was very good as well. Battery life, you know, it's an Android device. It wasn't terrible. It's not a huge screen. It's not powering too much, but that said, even with moderate use, I just made it into the evening before the device required a recharge. So moderate use, you should be able to make it through the day. If you're a heavy user, be sure to get an extra car charger or an extra battery or an extended battery or something to help you make it through the day, because it is Android. It's very much a battery killer. So be sure to get that car charger, that spare battery. So let's have a look at the benchmarks. Let's see here. Here it is. Its score is 1,054. So it puts it in between the Droid X on 2.1 and the Galaxy S line. So not terrible, not bad. I mean, obviously for the demographic that this device is trying to appeal to, it's no Captivate or no Droid X or G2 or anything, MyTouch 4G, anything like that. But you know, I think given its mid-range status, 1,054 is a perfectly acceptable number on the speed test. So that said, let's take a look real quick at speed test. I'm sorry, quadrant standard. Let's take a look at speed test now and see what the numbers are. Let me make sure before I do that the GPS is turned on, and it is good. Let's go down here to speed test. Let's see. Nope, not in Tampa. Let it find me for a little bit longer. Not in Tampa. I wouldn't want to be in Tampa. It's hot. It's November. It's hot here too. It shouldn't be this hot. It should be like 30 degrees. Okay. Charlotte, North Carolina, running the test now. See what the speed tests look like. Okay, well, into about 2,000. Okay, down to 1,600. Like an auctioneer. 1,700, 1,800, blah, 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 and 20,000. 2,064 kilobits per second. So about 2 megabits per second on the download. Let's see what the upload speeds look like. Looks like it's going to be a little bit lower, about 292 kilobits per second. So upload a little bit slow, download not bad for a typical HSPA device on in this area. So about 2 megabits per second not terrible. So all in all, pretty decent mid-range device. I've been surprisingly impressed. The screen looks good. MOTOBLUR is decent. And Android 2.1, it's been fast the entire time. I've had no problems. And outside of, the typical MOTOBLUR stuff, the kind of bloatware, if you will, or some of the frustrations there, I've been pretty pleased with the device on both the hardware and a software front as well. So would definitely recommend it for $129.99. And then added the fact that there's no rebates, that makes it even better. Much more coverage to come on the Motorola Bravo on PhoneDog.com. We'll have dogfights. We'll have even more on this mid-range Android device. I'm sensing a dogfight between this and the Defy, so be on the lookout for that as well. In the meantime, be sure to like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/PhoneDog. We're giving away 100 iPads and even a trip to the Super Bowl. You could win. Head over there, like us, enter the sweepstakes for your chance to win. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron. You love this device, you hate this device, you have any questions about any devices, be sure to hit me up. I'd love to chat with you. Thanks for watching. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for more coverage. Have a great day.